Guess I'd also be pretty pissed if I was slumming it with my little brother's sloppy seconds.
Why did he say it like that?
I guess I'd also be pretty pissed if I was slumming it with my brother's sloppy seconds.
I'm Jimmy Fridge. I thought I was feeling I need all you dozens of viewers out there to just tell me how you like this, alright? Welcome to the show.
You guys gotta promise not to look at this nail throughout the whole video, okay? Hey kids, I'm sorry I'm so professional today. I didn't intend to film with this background, but it's actually so much easier. So welcome to me reviewing terrible movies, or sometimes just okay movies that I secretly love. Today's video, guys, look, I didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to do this movie because A, everybody else has already done it, and I'm super late to the game as I am with most things in life. But also, I just knew it was gonna be bad. But the pressure got to me. I've seen it twice now. It was bad the first time, it got worse the second time, and even worse again when I pulled it down into my editing software to look for mistakes and visible camera equipment. If you haven't guessed already by the title, today we are talking about The Kissing Booth. So the whole time I'm watching this movie, I kept having this recurring thought, like this seems like it was written by a 12-year-old girl. It's actually very similar to a story I wrote when I was a 12-year-old girl. It just seems like a young girl's fantasy. From every guy in school being obsessed with her, to the popular girls wanting to be her friend, to the guy that she has a crush on being super protective of her, which you think is romantic when you're 12, because that's before you learn that that's actually just kind of possessive and controlling, to the boy best friend who's also really protective. So when I looked up the writer of this movie, I was very confused to see a grown man, right? I expected a 12-year-old girl. And I hardly ever do this, but I actually Googled the guy. I wanted to read a little more about him, because again, I was very confused. And turns out that while this Vincent guy wrote the screenplay, this movie is actually based on a novel written by a girl named Beth Reekles, who, you guessed it, is a 12-year-old girl. By 12, I mean she's like 26 now, and I think was 14 at the time that she wrote it, which is basically 12. And it all makes a lot more sense after knowing that information. So put on your plaid loincloths, kids. Let's talk about The Kissing Booth.
Do you like beer and
Peanuts.
Me?
Yeah, you. Do you like beer and peanuts?
Yeah.
But you don't like smelling like them all the time?
Yeah, I suppose, but see, I don't like that perfume. It's expensive.
Well, not to worry, Tammy, because I'm here to tell you about Scentbird.
Huh?
Scentbird.
You gonna send a bird? I already got one. Name's Mabel.
No, silly. Scentbird, an affordable fragrance subscription service.
Dang.
Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that gives you the opportunity to shop from over 600 brands. And it's a flexible subscription, so you can skip any month without penalties. Scentbird lets you choose a designer fragrance to try every month for $16. That's cheap. But don't worry, there's no surprises. Every month you get to pick the scent you receive. They got perfumes, they got colognes, they got a lot of unisex options, they got everything.
See, how big are them bottles though? Cause I don't carry a purse. Will it fit here in my pocket?
Why, yes, they can. Your fragrances come in this convenient twist-up package and can easily be thrown into a purse or into your pocket.
Double dang!
Yeah, so instead of buying full-size perfume bottles every time the seasons change, consider Scentbird, where you can discover new seasonal favorites every month. Scentbird carries top designer brands like Prada, Gucci, Versace, and all of them are 100% authentic. Scentbird works directly with the brands. This month, I got Fearless by Rachel Zoe. Smells like a delicious coconut vacation, but you're also really rich, and you're like in a honeysuckle bush, and a muscular man is like putting oil on your back.
Dang, that sounds fancy. You got a coupon?
I do have a coupon, whatever that is. You can use my code Jaime1 at checkout to save 30% off your first month, which makes your first month only $11. And Scentbird has now expanded to Canada. So all you Canadian viewers out there, look alive.
Dang, you hear that, Mabel? She's surprised.
So if you're interested in checking out Scentbird, head on over to scentbird.com to take your fragrance quiz and find your signature scent.
Okay, we're coming.
By the way, Tammy, just don't spray the perfume around your bird, okay? They can't breathe.
Oh yeah, okay.
Thank you, Semper, for sponsoring today's video, and now, back to the show. Did we do it well? Oh, praise God!
We ain't gonna stink no more, doo-dah, doo-dah. We ain't gonna stink no more.
So the movie centers around three main characters, Elle and Lee, who are besties, and then Lee's older brother, Noah. They've all grown up together. They have a very deep bond because their mommies were besties. Lee and Noah's mom is played by Molly Ringwald, which is weird. And Elle's mom passes away of cancer, but they don't really want to talk about that because it kind of like dampens the mood.
Said goodbye to my mom. Watch Noah ride his motorcycle.
The opening scene is really just a flashback of them like growing up together, being really obsessed with Dance Dance Revolution, and they focus a lot on Elle's bra in this opening montage.
Got my first bra.
Yeah, that bra to kid ratio, it bothers me. Elle gets sneezed on in this montage.
I love Connect.
Netflix has a thing with teen rom-coms where they basically want you to be nauseated when you're watching it. Remember He's All That? Gross. So one day, Elle and Lee are swimming at Lee's house. Lee decides to jump off the house into the pool, and he's like, "That was a good one." That was a good one. And Elle's like, "Yo, Lee, listen. Student council is expecting the dance club idea for the fall fundraiser.
We're gonna be in trouble if we don't come up with something fast."
I don't know what exactly the dance club is. I don't know if it's kind of like Dance Team, but with Dance Dance Revolution. So in walks Noah, Lee's older brother. His character is very troubled. He gets in fights constantly. He struggles with anger, and they never once delve into why he is the way that he is. They never explain it.
You have no idea.
Which to me was like a big fat gaping hole in this story. But what do I know? So Elle has the hots for Noah.
I know what you're thinking. Noah Flynn is stupid hot.
No, I'm not. I'm not thinking that. She has a crush on Noah, but she's really not allowed to have a crush on Noah because her and Lee came up with these friendship rules when they were like 2 years old that they still continue to abide by into their adolescence. And she is not allowed to like her best friend's brother. Okay? Accept it.
Relatives of your best friend are totally off limits.
So Noah's fun. He's a neat guy, and he hates being called Noah.
I know he hates being called Noah.
What else do you want to be called? Hown. Is that Noah spelled backwards? Hown. 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 That's a weird joke. Okay. So anyway, Noah ends up inviting them to a party that weekend and then somehow manages to knock his brother off his feet with a Nerf ball. So the next day, Elle's trying to get ready for school, but she pulls a SpongeBob.
Rip my pants.
So she has no other choice but to wear the world's tiniest skirt. It's the only thing in her closet. It's from last year when she was a freshman. It's literally the world's smallest skirt. It's just a plaid loincloth. Do you get the joke now? Put on your plaid loincloth. So she gets to school and naturally everybody is looking at her.
Everybody's looking at her.
She's the center of attention. And she's like, oh my God, what's going on? And Lee's like, man, I don't know. I think it's your lady shape.
Your lady shape sort of changed over the last summer.
Yeah, that's what it is. It couldn't possibly be that her entire butt is hanging out of her 2-inch long skirt. It's her lady shape. See what I mean about a 12-year-old writing this? So then this guy, Tuppen, walks up. Tuppen's a cool name. Tuppen comes up, he sexually harasses her, he grabs her non-consensually. Noah comes up and beats him up. It's almost as though Noah is protective over her. It's almost as though he has feelings for her. I wonder where that's gonna go. So somehow Elle gets in trouble for all of this, I guess because she broke the dress code.
That skirt is ridiculous. You only broke the dress code.
She's like, yo, principal, he touched my lady bump.
Dude, touch my lady bum.
Huh? I can't believe that's a real line. This movie has the oddest script ever. I want to know if Beth wrote that line or Vince. If Vince wrote it, I'm very bothered. So then we made the schools popular girls because every teen movie has to have a group of 3 popular girls. So we got Olivia, Mia, and Gwyneth.
These 3 super popular juniors are kind of a package deal. I call them the OMG girls.
Gwyneth is definitely my fave. She has a very interesting way of delivering her lines.
But more importantly, everything's set for the kissing booth, right?
I feel like she would make a good like Disney villain. So the popular girls, they're starting to kind of want to befriend Elle. They're giving her some attention because they think that Elle and Noah are a thing.
Have you made out with him yet?
But they gotta go because of a she-mergency.
There's a she-mergency in the locker room.
What's a she-mergency? Have you guys been hanging out with Vanilla Ice?
Sling a schlong.
So later on, during this incredibly weird clothes trying on scene, Elle and Lee finally come up with their idea for the fall fundraiser. Spoiler alert, it's a kissing booth.
The only way that she'd ever make out with you is if you paid for it.
Kiss
Gross. What kind of school would allow this? I think kissing booths, we Googled it, and it's something people did back in the 50s, like before they realized they were giving each other polio and stuff. Nowadays, this would never fly. Anyway, Lee is just really excited.
Carnival fundraiser.
Over in detention, this girl's got a bowl cut. Tuppin's there. He's passing notes to Elle. He apologizes, which is good, I guess. Noah is watching it all go down, and he is just fuming, man. He's ticked because he's protective, remember? I can't really blame him, honestly. I mean, he's got to be sitting there like, what the heck, you know? I just beat this dude up for grabbing your butt and now you guys are passing notes? What's next? Necking? That's a 50s thing. I don't know. So anyway, Tuppin's like, look, how can I get your digits after sexually harassing you? Elle decides that a reasonable punishment would be for Tuppin to put on the plaid loincloth. It was kind of funny. I don't know. I kind of guess I like Tuppin a little bit. But what I really like is picturing what this scene would have sounded like without the background music. Yeah, by the way, get ready to just be annoyed beyond measure at this yearbook guy whose only character trait is that he says the word yearbook. Yearbook, yearbook, yearbook! H-bag. So guys, the moral of this scene is boys can sexually harass girls without any real consequences, and in fact, they may even get the girl's number out of it. That's a message that we deliver to little kids. Why did Eminem take over just now? I don't know. Later on at lunch, Elle is doing sit-ups.
Priceless.
Wait, is this lunch or is it gym class? I don't know. She's doing sit-ups, eating a burger. She gets this nasty crap on her face. Oh my god, yeah. What is that, peanut butter? It looks like peanut butter. Oh, I hate it. She eats so much of the paper from this burger. Again, this movie's gross. I'm literally nauseated. I wish that whatever was on her face had been mustard. Like mustard, I feel like would be less gross than this weird tan colored mayo chup looking. Don't tell me. Please don't tell me any of you like mayo chup.
Jamie, don't knock it till you try it.
What's that?
Don't knock it till you try it.
Okay. Anyway, like I said, I found it gross, but the 6 people who are laughing while only 2 are on screen, they found it hilarious. Where's all that laughter coming from? I don't know. So like I said, Elle has forgiven Tuppin. She decides to go out with him. He ends up standing her up, but it turns out the reason he stands her up is because Noah, remember Noah, Lee's brother, who she has a crush on but she's not allowed to have a crush on? Noah has been going around telling other guys at school not to look at, talk to, think about, and definitely not go out with Elle.
He's been going around telling all the guys not to ask you out.
Which is freaking weird and controlling and possessive and gross, but we're supposed to think it's the most romantic thing ever.
Realize that you're not my dad, right?
Look, you still got a lot to learn, kiddo.
There's just a constant romanticization of the guy controlling the girl. And I hate it. In fact, I hate it so bad that we have to take a break. No, the actual reason is that my neck freaking hurts, man. I gotta do some stretches, and when we come back, it's party time. See you there. Hey friends, we're back. And it's party time. Elle is getting ready to go to this super cool high school party, but she doesn't know how to put lipstick on. Why do teen movies always do this where it's like, oh gosh, I don't know what lipstick is. Does it go on my cheek? While she's getting ready, she's like texting people like, hey, does anybody want to work the kissing booth? She's got to find people to work the booth, right? I don't get the people that she's texting. Why are we texting Abraham Lincoln? This dude who's 36? Frida? What's going on here?
No thanks.
No thanks. No thanks. I'd rather be a customer. They couldn't think of any more important historical figures to use, so they just had to reuse Gwyneth. I can't do it. So we get to the party. Elle ends up taking a minimum of 5 shots, gets completely hammered, gets half naked. Who cares?
Absolutely. Yearbook.
Yearbook guy, you're annoying, okay? You're more annoying than Melissa Joan Hart's character and Can't Hardly Wait, and that was also annoying.
I have to sign my yearbook.
Anyway, back to Elle being treated like an object throughout this entire movie. She drunkenly falls over, but thankfully there's somebody there to catch her.
Are you a girl princess or a boy princess? You smell good.
Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my
my god!
Didn't mean to wake you, I was just grabbing some clothes.
See guys, Noah's protective. It's not controlling, it's chivalry. I guess technically this is chivalrous, okay? I'm not denying that. Guys, young guys watching, if a girl has had too much to drink at a party and she's gonna hurt herself, yes, please catch her, okay? But it's just, they're sprinkling in these good deeds, these chivalrous deeds to kind of throw you off the scent, to misdirect you away from the fact that he is a controlling, possessive person.
Get the car out!
Couldn't stop thinking about Noah. Our accidental groping.
Oh, you mean this?
I'm not pulling anything!
Okay, well my arm is—
Can we get a slightly more dramatic fall? That wasn't enough for me. Back at school, Elle and Lee have a stupid paint fight that causes Elle to be so blind that she accidentally ends up walking into the boys' locker room and getting undressed, so that once again, all the dudes are ogling her. Guys, I'm sorry, this is so PG-13. I like to keep my channel pretty PG. I'm not doing that right now. They just push this theme so heavily of every guy in the school lusting after her. She's literally an object of desire. Noah's all protective. He's like, get out.
Get out.
And she's like, no, I want to do a weird dance in my bra and blue paint body to show you that I don't do what you tell me to do. Look at this dude losing his mind. He's like, yes, I love blue paint. And then Tuppin and the other guy keep like magically switching sides. Yeah, I gotta see this paint-covered torso at all angles. Just kidding, it's just bad editing. Then he like falls, I think. So finally, guys, the time has come. It's the night of the fall fundraiser, meaning it's the night of the kissing booth / carnival. Noah still has not agreed to work the booth.
Wow. The independent Elle Evans, who doesn't want to be told what to do, is begging somebody else for help.
Okay, those two things, they don't really negate each other.
I mean, I just really thought that maybe it would be nice for you to do something for people that care about you.
That's a tad manipulative. Like, I know Noah hasn't been like the best person in the world so far, but don't stoop to his level, okay? Don't learn from her, kids, okay? Don't guilt trip your friends into doing a gross, COVID-y, spit-swapping kissing booth if they don't want to. Just don't do it, promise. Little kids, if you're watching, it's time to be really mature or to look away, okay? Because people are gonna kiss. Oh. So, first up in the kissing booth is Ollie.
The one and only.
Relax, Ollie. The rest is just basically what you think it is. Everybody's kissing everybody. It's gross during a panty. I mean, it's gross anyway, but especially gross during a panty.
During a panty?
Even though this is a fictional story, I couldn't stop thinking of this idea of what if somebody got up there and nobody got in their line. That would be me. What, no takers? Come on. I got what it takes. It happens to Lee. Oh God, it's happening to Lee.
The only reason I ever talked to that dork was to make sure I could get his brother to come to the booth tonight.
Oh, wait. Someone's coming. Thank you, Good Samaritan. What is your name? Her name is Rachel. Thank you, Rachel. I feel compassion for fictional characters, okay? Except for John Van Owen. Elle is super happy for Lee. Meanwhile, this guy is sprinkling a booger. Gross. So then things start to heat up. The cool girls kind of force Elle against her will to work the booth, and she's just kicking and screaming. She's like, no guys, no, stop. Ooh, I don't think this is a good idea. Okay. Who do you guys think is the first one in line to kiss Elle? It's Booger Guy. But he ends up giving Noah cutsies.
Cutsies? What? Cutsies.
What a nice guy.
Until it just didn't, because...
Wait!
Swimming in stars.
Can I be honest? I had a reaction, okay? I'm rooting for them. Why? Why am I rooting for this couple? This terrible, controlling, possessive guy. I don't know what's going on here. Like, I might kind of like this movie. I don't know. This is itchy. This is really itchy. My reaction was short-lived. I was able to snap back to reality really quickly because of all the cheese. They just start hysterically laughing. The sign starts exploding, like the bulbs are popping. And then they do that thing, you guys. They do the thing. The thing I hate the most about teen rom-coms, the forehead touch. You know that thing people in movies do? Where they touch their foreheads together, like...
Yeah. Stop it.
Nothing says romance like a forehead touch. Dang it, I wish Nick hadn't gone home and we could touch foreheads and breathe on each other for a while. Noah walks off and he's like, yo, keep up the good work.
Good work? What the?
Oh. I still don't get it. So anyway, Elle runs home. I use air quotes because I think she runs weird. Noah pulls up, he's like, come on, Shelly.
Come on, Shelly.
By the way, Elle's real name, I guess, is Rochelle, but they don't really ever say that. You have to really be paying attention to know that. So the times that he was calling her Shelly, I was just like, what? Fun fact. Gives her a ride home on his motorcycle, but the fake rain is way too intense for the very obvious stunt doubles, so they have to pull over at this gazebo. And Noah's all like,
you know, if we went out this rain, we should be fine.
Thank you, Noah. That was almost as profound as...
Just because we can't hear it doesn't mean they're not here.
They kiss again, and Noah's like, you're not like other girls.
You are the only girl who doesn't fall at my feet.
God, he has to bend over so far to make out with her. Which is neither here nor there. I just think the height difference is pretty extreme. I think she's 5'2", and Jacob Elordi, or whatever his name is 6'4". I feel like his back has to hurt. Probably not as bad as mine does right now, though. So Elle totally buys the not like other girls speech, and they end up having another makeout sesh, which gets interrupted by this guy, Andrew.
I thought I told you not to bring girls around here anymore.
What? Way to go, Andrew. So one night after a beach party where Noah is super possessive and controlling again.
Just get in the car, Elle. Get in the car, Elle. Get in the car, Elle.
They end up going to hang out at the Hollywood sign, and they're chatting and they're confessing their love for one another.
If we do this, nobody can know.
You know, you're cute when you're bossy.
I feel like it could have been more romantic. So, what's the difference between wood and wood?
Difference is you.
Okay, yeah, so W-O-O-D and then W-O-U-L, right. Thanks for the grammar lesson. Is there anything else I should learn, or are we done?
Done.
Okay, so what else should we talk about? I'm really into the Teletubbies right now.
So am I.
No way! How cute do you think Tinky Winky is?
Really, really cute.
On that note, kids, we gotta take another break. A short break. No, you're not supposed to see this fingernail. When we come back, we get a montage. See you there.
Guess I'd also be pretty pissed if I was slumming it with my little brother Sloppy Seconds.
Why did he say it like that?
I guess I'd also be pretty pissed if I was slumming it with my brother Sloppy Seconds.
Slumming it.
Hey guys, we're back. So Noah and Elle are together now, secretly, right? Because they can't tell Lee. And they show them texting, and they do that whole weird on-screen graphics thing so that you know that they're texting. And honestly, why do they get to look so good? And Gwyneth had to be all like, it's not really fair. I would want to be like Elle, you know, looking cute with these mysterious bangs that aren't in the rest of the movie. Not like this. Anyway, so then we finally get a montage of Elle and Noah falling in love. Most of the montage consists of them just canoodling and sneaking out of each other's rooms and stuff. Nobody can know that they're together, right? Because her controlling best friend, Lee, cares for some stupid reason and always kind of looks like he's about to cry over it. There's one scene where Noah has to escape Elle's room so that Lee doesn't catch them, and he literally hangs out of a window and falls flat on his back onto the pavement. It's very realistic.
Hey! I thought I heard moaning. I'm gonna crap my pants! Get my mom! Get my mom! I got hurt!
On the flip side, Elle has to escape Noah's room a lot and ends up having to jump off the second story and onto a trampoline. Just watch. Who thought that was a good idea? And also, I don't want to like harp on this too much, but they're just obsessed with showing her underwear in this movie, all her undergarments, her bra, her panties. And it bothers me so bad because while Joey King, I think was 18 when this was filmed, which whatever. But she's supposed to play someone who's like 15, 16, and watching her do all these things is gross to me. It's gross. Sorry. I know some of you are gonna be like, you're a Karen. No, I'm not. Taryn Manning plays Karen in a movie that is out, and therefore I am not Karen, she is. Anyway, so after the trampoline scene, Elle falls into the pool, but her phone and her belongings and everything miraculously ended up waiting by the pool next to her. Lee comes up, it gets super weird.
Why, is it from a boy?
Again, controlling over the fact that she has a lock on her phone.
Since when do you have a lock on your phone?
As possessive as they made Lee in this movie, I kept waiting for that whole, like, I'm secretly in love with my best friend thing that they do in teen rom-coms. But that never happens. He's genuinely just her friend and genuinely just controlling, because boys control girls in this movie.
Oh my God!
So Noah and Elle end up getting caught because Elle falls off of a shelf or something and like busts her face. Oh. I don't exactly know how it happened, but I do know that we will be adding it to our female protagonist fall compilation, so enjoy. So while Noah is busy caring for her wound with this crusty old rag, he took a page out of Cameron Queller's book.
When did you become such a doctor?
Since I started getting into fights.
Yeah, I went to wound care school. You can tell by how good I cared for this wound with this crusty rag. Flynn comes in, catches him, cries about it. No, wait, first he accuses Noah. Yeah, he accuses Noah of hitting Elle.
Did you do that to her?
What did you just say?
I said, did you do that to her? Did you hit Elle?
That is such a red flag. Like, if you're dating a guy and his brother asks, like, hey, did he beat you? A red flag that the guy you're dating maybe has issues. I don't know. What do I know? Anyway, Lee cries and runs away. Super ridiculous.
Only thing that I had that he didn't was you.
Lee.
You two deserve each other.
Creepy man. Creepball City. That's where he lives. Again, I was struck by their height difference. I think the reason it cracks me up so much is because they're always trying to minimize their height difference by like where they place Elle and Noah. They kind of try and offset her a little bit so that you can't tell that he's like 12 feet taller than her. I don't know why I thought it was funny. Get off my back. So then we get yet another montage of Lee not forgiving Elle. He can't bear that his best friend is happy with his brother, who is also happy because it wasn't his idea. But eventually he finally forgives her because he needs a partner for Dance Dance Revolution. He's like, man, I don't know. One partner or two? Good thing Elle's over there hanging out all by herself at this arcade. So they make up! Yay! Alright guys, so it's the night of the prom. Elle comes down the steps. Her dad is really emotional and super squinty. Her dad is just super squinty throughout this whole movie. Like that one dog.
You're so squinty. You're so squinty. You're so squinty.
So the theme of the prom is memories. Memories! Cute. Everyone gets led into this separate room where all of the photos that yearbook guy took like throughout the whole year are displayed. And whatever, that's fine. That's cute, I guess. I don't really like that they played the song from The Breakfast Club during this scene because that movie is iconic and this movie is not. Maybe it was Molly Ringwald's request.
You got another thing coming.
And then they look over and what is there amongst the memories but a relic of the kissing booth? Yeah, that's right. For their prom, they memorialized the kissing booth. It was so meaningful.
It was at this exact moment that I finally felt okay. I was a small part of something that mattered.
Oh, you mean this?
Why you always lying?
As they're celebrating the kissing booth, who emerges from behind it but Noah? Behind it? Was he really behind it? Yeah, he was behind it.
Peekaboo!
He's like, oh, you're next up. And she's like, no, I can't. Nobody wants us to be together. And he's like, but I'm telling you that I love you. And she's like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. And she runs away again. Everybody is stunned. Head girl is like, oh my gosh. Noah comes in to say goodbye and apologize to his brother. He's got to get on the road. He's leaving for Boston the next day because he got into Harvard.
But I'm leaving for Boston tomorrow.
Harvard really likes accepting people who get into fights all the time at school. They never even hint at him being an academic or anything. Like there's nothing to indicate to us that Noah should get into Harvard. Why would they leave that out? It's weird. So the next night is Elle and Lee's birthday party. I forgot to say they were born on the same day. So they always have like a shared birthday party. It's a costume party. So Lee is Batman.
Where's your
ear.
And Elle is somebody who hangs out with Batman. According to the description, she's supposed to be Catwoman from The Dark Knight Rises. Excuse me. The Dark Knight Rises is probably my favorite movie. I'm not seeing the connection here. Am I crazy? I don't remember Anne Hathaway having like that 60s bump it thing going on. Maybe I don't know the movie as well as I thought I did, but what I do know is that this is kind of ironic or serendip. I don't know what it is. It's cute. How about we'll go with that? It's cute that she is dressed as Catwoman from The Dark Knight Rises. When she was in The Dark Knight Rises, Joey King played the child of Ra's al Ghul. Fun fact. Elle is looking around at all the peeps making out. Even Tuppen ended up with someone, and she's like, this isn't fair. I miss my makeout partner. She runs upstairs crying. Lee runs after her, and she's like, you can't tell me who to love. I love Noah, okay? Lee is like about to cry about it again. Get a grip, Lee. Get a grip. When's the last time you heard that phrase? Anyway, Lee's like, look, you're making a big mistake, but I'm suddenly on board, and I'm totally gonna help you find Noah. Meet you outside in 5, and you can drive the Stang. Even though you can't drive. This whole movie, they like make this big deal about the fact that she can't drive. So I don't know how she drives the Stang, but whatever. Moving on. So she gets in the car and waits for Lee. Lee finally gets back into the car with his Batman mask back on. And wait a minute, that's a little suspicious, right?
I just gotta find him and tell him how I feel.
You just did.
Oh, I can't take it anymore. It's Noah. It's Noah. It's not Lee. Gotcha. They pulled a little trickery on you, a little switcheroo.
And then Lee came upstairs and he told me everything.
And the old switcheroo was his idea.
It was like a classic Lee.
Yeah, classic Lee. I hate this movie.
Sitting here in front of no one in particular. I'm saying I love you.
And I love you.
Sorry. Suddenly they're back at that gazebo that they were at that one night in the fake rain, you know? It's super romantic. I love this. Andrew? No, Andrew. Don't ruin the moment, Andrew. Only I ruin moments. So the movie concludes kind of weirdly with Elle dropping Noah off at the airport.
And for the first time, everything suddenly seemed possible.
Everything suddenly seems possible for the first time, all because she fell in love with this D-bag. That bothered me so much because that character was so great on her own. Like, I think Joey King's character, Elle, is like the one redeeming factor of this movie. The character was so great, so confident, and so charismatic. She didn't need Noah, okay? Except for maybe to teach her to drive a motorcycle. I guess he taught her to drive a motorcycle at some point. Anyway.
Maybe things really would work out with Noah, but maybe they wouldn't.
We just went through all that for you guys to maybe not work out. I guess I need to watch the second one, but I don't want to. So that's it, guys. That's the end of that movie. The ending credits give us some deleted scenes and outtakes, which is always fun. I really liked the one with Yearbook Guy. And of course, I liked the one where the little brother farts. Did you think I was gonna make it through this video without a fart noise? You thought wrong. Okay, so I did a little extra digging on this movie. I was just really intrigued by the whole idea of it being written by a 5-year-old, and there was an $11 million budget. Pretty good little budge. But what I really thought was interesting was this right here that I read from some website, and it says the film was released on May 11th, 2018, and according to Netflix, 1 in 3 viewers of this film have rewatched it. Seriously? Which is 30% higher than the average movie rewatch rate on the streaming service, deeming the film a substantial success. CCO Ted Sarandos called it one of the most watched movies in the country and maybe in the world. But why though? As usual, guys, I'm kidding. I get it. I understand why young kids like this, but as an adult, I have a qualm. I have a lot of qualms. Full of them. Full of qualms. Let's check out some reviews, okay? I really liked the reviews. Usually my favorite reviews are bad reviews, but my favorite review is definitely this one. This was like the top review. It was like featured on IMDb. Great film. Best rom-com out there. Best rom-com out there. Really enjoyed it. Smart girl who has determination. The man is a real alpha male. Modern relationship with a thin, hot bod who was worth it, laughs, and of course lots of laugh to make it qualify as a comedy. Enjoy. 139 people found this review helpful. Did you find that review helpful? Here's a 1 out of 10 review titled, "If I could put 1 star, I would." This movie is downright crusty. Actors horrible, plot predictable, script could have been written by my 2-year-old blind cousin with no fingers. What? Noah and Elle are horrible heights for each other. Okay, I'm not the only one. Obviously, I don't care how tall anyone is. It was just funny in the context of the movie because, like I said, you could always tell that the director was trying to minimize the height difference, you know? And my 3rd and final review comes from a user named Eric Adams Poseur, and it is entitled Colsihe, but I could not stop watching, I admit. I mean, here comes another girl who, of course, falls in love for the muscular hunk. What is with women only loving beefcakes? Oh well, at least he's genuinely interested in her and really cares, and checking out her wiles, we know why. A film to watch as a family one evening and forget about. Yeah, watch it as a family. Watch this young teenage girl get treated as a sexual object for 2 hours. It's not Colsihe at all. Okay, my cynicism has reached its peak for the evening, and I am done. Thank you, friends, for being here, although I am kind of mad at you for recommending this movie to me. Just kidding. Leave more suggestions down below, as always. I'm excited that I finally figured out how to get Netflix movies, like the footage, into my editing software, so I feel like the sky's the limit. What's the worst movie on Netflix that I should review that is PG-13 and not like witches and demons and vampires and all that freaky crap that you guys want me to watch that I'm not gonna watch? Stop asking me to do Teen Witch. Leave your suggestions down below. Okay, group hug, love you. See you in the next one. Bye. Perfect time for my light to die. Thank you. Oh God, yes. Oh my, oh. Who eats these? Oh my God. How can you handle that much flavor? It looks like I'm gonna go on that show Genius and be like, what if I'm a monster? Ella Soupy. Soupy. So many stars. Oh, so many stars. Oh, yeah. It's a good song. Walk away, Noah. Walk away. Walk away.
Does this thing work or not?
So when I hit record, it crops. No, I'm not gonna say that. Peeps will say I'm a Karen. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. Remember that commercial? I forgot about the character with the headgear. Wait, isn't she like named Headgear Girl? Yeah, the one guy, his character name is Yearbook Guy. One girl's name is British Beauty. And this girl's name is Headgear Girl. What a freaking weird movie, man. Yeah, I got accepted to Harvard because Harvard like loves people who start fights at school. Elle and Noah go to a movie and Noah is clearly eating popcorn, but when he goes to put his bucket on her head, it's suddenly completely empty. Small mistake, but again, guys, I don't like small mistakes, nor do I make them. Remember that. One more time.
I'm gonna crap my pants.
My freaking thigh is burning, man. I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, it's really dumb, I hate this movie. I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, it's really dumb, I hate this movie. I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, it's really dumb, I hate this movie. I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, it's really dumb, I hate this movie. I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, it's really dumb, I hate this movie. I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, I hate this movie, it's really dumb, I hate this movie.